Well, it's Bike Week in GTA Online, and there's never been a better time to make money. Whether you're playing solo or with friends, there's a bunch of top-notch changes to payouts that make it arguably the best event week added this year, and I'm going to break it down and show you how to make as much money as possible. The first thing we'll be looking at is the Acid Lab, which for this week only has boosted its already generous payouts by 50%. Added with the last major update, the Acid Lab has quickly become one of the best earners in the entire game, making sales super easy for solo players by ensuring they only ever have one vehicle to deliver. Paired up with the bonus this week, and you can earn a whopping 500k for every sale you make, or up to 750k if you don't mind braving a populated public lobby. You will of course need to stay on top of your supplies by ordering them from Mutt, and to increase the earning potential even more, be sure to boost the production speed within the Acid Lab itself. The boost will last for 24 hours and it reduces the time it takes to collect product by around 25%. Pair that with the increased payouts and it's a recipe for making some serious money with very little effort. Next we'll be looking at the game mode bonus, which for this week is 2 times money and RP on the inch by inch adversary mode. And honestly, back in the day I used to enjoy these quite a lot, but they can take quite a long time to complete, and I'd only really advise it if you actually enjoy them or if you're new to the game and need your first bit of money. But now we're on to the best part of the latest update, which revolves around all things biker businesses. It doesn't matter which MC operations you own, all of them are paying out double money this week, with the cream of the crop earning you a massive $1 million for just one sale. But it's not just the businesses getting the treatment either. You'll be getting 2 times payouts on almost everything the MC Clubhouse offers as well. That includes the contract missions available on the board in your meeting room, which will now earn you up to 70k each, and also the club work available in the interaction menu when you've got your motorcycle club activated. Unfortunately, the one thing it doesn't seem to apply to is the bike servicing available when you've got the auto shop upgrade for your MC Clubhouse. This is one of the easiest earners in the game, and I was really hoping the bonuses would apply to this as well, but alas, the 50k payout is still in effect. Like I said though, the real money is going to be made on the businesses themselves, where on top of the double payouts, they've also doubled the production speed as well, meaning that you're essentially earning 4 times what you normally would. Topping the list is of course the Coke lockup with its impressive 1 mil payout, all the way down to the document forgery office at the bottom. As always, the main ones you should focus on are Coke, Crystal and Cash. The other 2 are making a lot more than they normally do though, so if you own them it is worth considering. And if you're thinking of buying a new biker business, well there's never been a better time. They're all 40% off this week, as are the clubhouses needed to purchase them. To get those tasty payouts, you will need to sell at max capacity, which usually requires a few friends, but don't worry if you're playing solo, you just have to go about things a bit differently. As long as you sell at around 1 to 1.5 bars of product like I've got here, you'll be guaranteed a 1 vehicle sale. And when I'm playing solo, that's definitely my preferred way of doing things. While it might mean more sale missions than if you're with friends, with only having 1 vehicle to deliver, it should only take you 5 to 10 minutes. And I know the sale missions are very tedious, and I've seen a lot of people in the community criticising the event week because of it, but tedium aside, there's some serious money at play here and you don't want to sleep on it. The maximum amount of product I'd suggest selling at if you're playing solo is around 2.5 bars. Beyond that, and you're very likely to get a 3 vehicle sale, with certain missions being borderline impossible unless you've got people to help. 2.5 bars will give you 2 vehicles, and if you prefer to do that over the 1 like I suggested, it still works perfectly fine. Just be careful of the postal vans though. Even when there's only 2 of them, it can still be a bit challenging if you don't take shortcuts. All businesses produce at different rates though, so it can be a bit hard to keep track of. The common rule of thumb is when you're playing solo, you should only ever buy 1 round of supplies at a time before selling. That'll produce between 1.5 and 2.5 bars of product depending on which business it is, and will always be sellable even if you're by yourself. However, despite the bonuses, each round of supplies will still cost you 75k for every business that you restock, which can be a little bit rough for new players. Fortunately, Rockstar has you covered there this week as well, and if you choose to steal supplies rather than buy them, you'll be rewarded with twice the amount that you normally would. Granted, this is still a really inefficient way of doing things, and if your businesses are upgraded, it will be infinitely better to buy supplies and make money elsewhere while they turn into product. But for some people that's simply not an option, and if you're relying on stealing supplies to make money, the bonus certainly makes it a bit easier. And if you want to boost those profit margins even more, it's always worth considering selling in a public lobby, where you'll get a 2.5% bonus for every other player in the session, up to a max of 50%. That means for a full Coke lockup, you can potentially earn $1.5 million for a single sale. I mean, that's Cayo Perico good. The risk of getting blown up in a public lobby is high, but that extra bonus is nothing to sneeze at. If you also set up a heist in between sale missions and do a few payphone hits along the way when you've got some spare time, you'll easily be stacking $2 million an hour, no worries at all. But man, if you've got friends to help you, it'll be even better than that. You'll knock out the sale missions in no time at all and be left with even more room for making money on the side. Hopefully you found this weekly money guide useful. They're a new addition to my channel, but it's something I definitely want to do again if the community vibes with them, so be sure to tap the thumbs up button below if you want to see more. If you need a more in-depth explanation of the Acid Lab or anything to do with the MC businesses, I'll link my dedicated guides in the description of the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to stay updated of my latest content, and of course if you need help with anything at all, connect up on either Twitter or Discord and shoot me a message. Until we meet again, you bunch of legends, I'm Red Nitrate and I'll catch you on the next one.